Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Luis. So I picked a few things up in the past 3 weeks or so. Here is The Shawshank Redemption. Sorry about the glare. This is an import from the UK. It's from a company called Film Vault. As you can see, this is number 5. I have Apollo 13 and 2001: A Space Odyssey on its way to me. This comes off. It's a cool little clear slip that reveals this very attractive, I'm not sure what you call this, I guess a book style. All right, this is the back. This is the film is on a lot of people's favorites lists. Certainly it's on my list. This along with The Green Mile. Great film from the mid-90s, directed by Frank Darabont. So yeah, this was an import. A buddy of mine from the UK did me a favor and grabbed me a copy. HMV is the retailer that sells these. This is an HMV exclusive. They're based in the UK. They used to have stores in the US in the 90s. They have since closed, sadly. I used to go in there once a week to grab some DVDs. Back in the day, their prices were a bit on the high side, but you know, it was to be expected. If it's a store like that, that's, you know, not usually U.S. based. I think they still have some stores in Canada, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, they are a UK company, no longer in the U.S. So anybody who wants these will have to import. So this opens up, it's got a magnetic clasp. And it opens up like this. And there's a flap that comes open. All right, this is magnetic. There's a magnet here somewhere, or 2 magnets, as you can see them here. And this is quite a magnificent little set here. And little, it's not little, it's actually big and heavy. And this is what you'll see first. This is what will greet you first as you open the box. And in here, you'll find some booklets, or rather some art cards, a poster, maybe 2 posters. Yeah, I think there are 2 posters. This is what I assume is the original theatrical artwork, and it is. I always liked this artwork. Nothing. Oh yeah, there is some art on the back, and it's the same art as the US digibook that came out. And this set will replace this. This was on my shelf up until a day or so ago. I took it off the shelf because this big boy here will supplant anything that has come before it, and this is on its way out. It's also a 4K. It's a nice digibook, but I don't really need 2 editions in my collection. Those of you who have been watching my videos for the past year will know that I like to collect and own the biggest, baddest, and best releases, best editions of my favorite films. And that will mean that there are times where I'm going to need to import from overseas. And these were actually, like I mentioned earlier, a buddy of mine had to get these for me because HMV does not ship to the US, unfortunately. So I had to go with, and there's nothing on the back side. Yeah, I had to go with a buddy of mine. He purchased this for me and shipped it over, right? And the rest of the box, I think there should be some more stuff. I don't know what else is in here. Let's see. More cards. These are some, I guess you call character cards. So there's Tim Robbins, the Warden, the Evil Warden, and this guy whose name escapes me. He was also in Lost, the TV series Lost. I love that show. He this is Clancy Brown, right? Sorry, Clancy Brown, the actor, good actor. And of course, is this guy William Sanders? I think that's his name. Yeah, and in the back of each card there are lines from the film. Right? And this is the guy who comes in later, the prisoner who comes in later in the film, and the older gentleman. This actor was in one of my favorite Twilight Zone episodes. It was one of those hour-long episodes titled "On Thursday We Leave for Home." One of my absolute favorite episodes of that great series, The Twilight Zone. On Thursday We Leave for Home. Gentleman's name also escapes me at the moment. And those are the cards, and this is a reproduction of the letter that Red, or Morgan Freeman, reads at the end of the film after he is released and finds his way to Mexico. This is the letter that Tim Robbins has left for him to read. And it's a nice touch. And here is a CD-sized box that the discs come in. I'm not too crazy about this design, but you know, it is what it is. This comes off, and this is what you see. And here is a shot of the two discs. One obviously is an 4K disc, and the other's a Blu-ray. So yeah, this will definitely take the place of the film on my shelves. Sad to see the Digibook go. It's a lovely Digibook, but like I said, I don't need, in this case, I don't need two versions of this film on my shelves. As it is, I'm gonna have to find a way to display this. Won't even go back in now. I'm gonna have to find a way to display this in a way that it won't fall off the shelf, because the shelves are a bit narrow. So I may have to find a way to display it face forward on a larger shelf. I'll make something happen. No problem. All right, and that goes back in there. Right, now I'm having a bit of trouble, and I'll do that. You know what? I'll do that later. And last but not least, there's a crystal that comes with these editions. There you go. I'm not sure exactly what this is meant to represent, but there it is. Nice little crystal. And yeah, for now, I'm gonna put all this stuff back, and I'll take care of the jewel case later. So yeah, this is the Vault Series edition of the Shawshank Redemption. It's a lovely set, only available from the UK, from HMV. All right, moving on. Here is The Last Wave. This is from Umbrella out of Australia. As you can see, a nice design. This comes off. I always take these things off, and I do so very carefully because they're glued on, and sometimes the glue tends to stick. So I don't keep these, so I don't worry about ruining. There you go. And it's a thick chipboard style case, kind of similar to what Arrow releases. And there's some spot gloss on that, right? It's a beautiful looking set. And it contains 4K. I don't know if these are sold out. They could be sold out. I don't wait, usually don't wait very long to buy these. Once these are announced and the pre-order comes up, I usually just pick them up right away. And this is an O card, what they call them. It's just a slip cover that comes right off. It's a bit on the thin side, which is fine. I don't really care. And that's all right. And this is the actual packaging. I hope this can be found on a reversible cover without this. The problem with Australian releases is they have these huge logos that are just butt ugly, and they plaster them on the cases. But some of these are boutique guys, usually. Yeah, it does. See, it does have reverse artwork without the ugly logo. So let me take care of that right now. You never get it on the first try. I like the the gray banner there. Kind of looks like what Screen Factory does with their 4Ks, and I love those banners, or gray banners. That's the artwork. It's the back, and as you saw earlier, there's 2 discs and a poster. Nice poster. I don't have a lot of uses for posters, to be honest. I don't really hang them anymore. Oh, this is nice. This is really cool. Is there something on the back? Yeah. I have no idea if this is original artwork or commissioned artwork, but it looks to be original, you know, judging by the font they used and the design. Yeah, it doesn't look like something somebody would make today, you know, so I assume it's all original. This is obviously a foreign poster. It looks like it's German. Yeah, might be German. Last Wave. And yeah, I was saying, you know, I'm not really much into posters. I guess they're nice to have, you know, but I don't really hang them. There's just too much of a hassle. You have to worry about, you know, if I'm in a rental apartment, and I don't want to ruin my landlord's walls with thumbtacks, and you know, thumbtacks don't even go into my walls. It's just they're too hard. So I would have to either nail them or buy some tape. And that's the Blu-ray edition. So yeah, that's a 4K and the Blu-ray. This is Peter Weir's The Last Wave. Peter Weir is the guy who also directed The Truman Show and the film Witness in 1985 with Harrison Ford, which is coming soon. Right. And yeah, there you go. And this also has a collection of character cards, as they're known. Nothing on the back, and of course, a booklet. With plenty of essays and some photos, some poster art, yeah, some cool stuff. Last Wave. Peter Weir's The Last Wave from Umbrella Films in Australia. And let me put this stuff back. All right. And the slipcover, actually, I did this wrong. Put this back there. If you guys like this film, this edition may not be available anymore, but they do still have the what they call the retail version. Nice, lovely set. Okay, we have a couple of imports. Again, Mad Max and The Road Warrior. And I also have Thunderdome on its way to me from the same my same buddy in the UK. Thanks, Richard, for doing that for me. These are also UK exclusive from a label called Cine Edition. They do these specialty boxes. Let's start with Mad Max. Love that art. And the boxes are very sturdy, right? Glossy. And they contain a 4K and I believe a Blu-ray. My only nitpick with these is that this company seems to want to make an effort to make the disc art as ugly as possible. Maybe, just maybe, this is a Warner Brothers, rule that they have to be a certain color or that they can't have artwork. But nevertheless, it's very ugly and unattractive and whatnot. So, but that's just a minor nitpick. I mean, it's the movie that counts, right? It's the disc that counts. The quality of the disc itself, the picture quality, the transfers, that is all that matters to me, or that should matter to most of us. So Mad Max, and this will replace my US release. I think I like Mel's haircut better here than here. I don't know what I'll do with these. I guess I can try and sell these. Right, so yeah, that'll replace that because I simply have to have the beautiful box version, and it's only available in the UK. These are stickers that come off. They come right off, so not to worry. Yeah, they both come off. I'm a fuel-injected suicide machine. And this also comes with art cards. I don't really want to open these, but these are art cards. Yeah, there's a bit of damage there because of the J card that was attached. I was perhaps too overzealous in removing that card. I should be careful. And the Road Warrior. Now, isn't this awesome? How cool is this? This is pretty cool. The art is, and it's another hard box, right? Here's the back. You want to get out of here? You talk to me. And the artwork is similar. Also a Blu-ray and 4K. Nothing else, no posters. But I did get these for this beautiful art. And like I mentioned earlier, I've got Thunderdome on its way to me shortly. Irwin Allen Master of Disaster collection. I've already checked out Beyond the Poseidon Adventure, which I enjoyed. Yeah, these movies are cheesy as heck, but they are entertaining movies nonetheless, and the perfect thing to watch on a Saturday afternoon, which today happens to be, you know, the weather is really crappy. There's a lot of rain. It's on the cool side and gray and dark and miserable. So these are perfect for days like this. And this is, as you can see, it's a fat pack. There's 7 films here. And that's the first one, which is Flood. Disc 2 is Fire. That looks like Ernest Borgnine. Is that Borgnine? Could be. Can't tell. Disc 3 is Hanging by a Thread. That's the Beyond the Poseidon Adventure. And disc 5 is my favorite of the bunch, is When Time Ran Out. By the way, these also contain extended TV cuts in standard definition only, not HD quality. That's fine, because you know, it's all the studio had to offer on hand. I guess the footage was destroyed, or you know, whatever happened to it, but they threw it out. Disc 6 is The Night the Bridge Fell Down, and this is a very long film at 180 minutes. And the Warner Archive version of this film was 2 discs on DVD. So yeah, it's pretty long. And last but not least is Cave In. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this packaging either. These tend to come loose sometimes, and because of the weight, it's pretty weighty. It's just a matter of time before these will either crack or come loose, and then they'll be floating around the box. So 7 films. So far, I've only watched 1, the Beyond the Poseidon Adventure, and maybe later I'll pop in When Time Ran Out. So this is you know, if you like this sort of thing, disaster, cheesy disaster movies from the 70s with cheesy effects, this is the thing for you. I only paid like this retails for like $106, $107, I think, something like that. But I got this from Movies Unlimited, and they had a sale in August. I was able to knock out about $20 worth of the price. So yeah, and this art kind of reminds me of some of that old 20th Century Fox art that they used on their DVDs. Yeah, so these are the Irwin Allen Master of Disaster. Here we have a pair of Bronson flicks, Death Wish 4 and 5. I watched 5 and it looked pretty good. This is from 1994, I believe. Yeah, 94. Charles Bronson was 72 when he made this film in 94. There he is there, looking all badass as usual. British actress Leslie Ann Down is in this film, as well as Michael Parks, who is a Tarantino favorite. Parks was in the Kill Bill films, and I'm sure he popped up in other Tarantino movies as well. There is no alternate artwork. It's the same art as the slipcover. This film is making its Blu-ray premiere in the U.S. This was not available on Blu-ray in the U.S. until now. I don't even know if it had a DVD. I mean, maybe it did. I didn't have it, so I don't think it made it to DVD either. So yeah, Death Wish 5, The Face of Death, with Charles Bronson. No judge, no jury, no appeals, and no deals. I also loved the fourth film in the series very much. Why does he look older in this film than he does in part 5? This is from 87. Looks a bit more wrinkled than this one. Anyway, this is the slip that Kino came up with for part 4. It's a real beaut. It's a beaut. Same. Oh no, it's different. It's different. I like it when it's different. Sorry. And this is the girl that appeared in the original National Lampoon's Vacation film, which I love. And I don't know who this guy is, but yeah. That's Death Wish 4, The Crackdown, from 1987. Kay Lenz, who also was in the film House in 1986, I guess a year earlier. All right, and my demon lover, Scott Valentine, who played Scott, also named Scott in the Family Ties series as Justine Bateman's love interest. Special features: new 2K scan from the Interpositive, new interview with director Charlie Loventhal and actors Scott Valentine, Michelle Little, and Robert Trebor. So yeah, this is another Warner Archive title that got upgraded by Shout. It's an enjoyable horror comedy. All right. That's the interior. Let's see if I can show that to you. Sorry if the light is not ideal, but it's getting dark and I'm using some artificial lighting that isn't the best. Hopefully you can see all this amongst the darkness. Here you got the train. I guess all the labels are now using that gray banner up on top. I don't know if they're copying from Shout or if that's just something that everybody is doing. Maybe it's some kind of a rule that you have to have a gray banner if it's 4K. If you have to have a banner on your slipcover, it has to be gray. I don't know, whatever. But this film looks fantastic on 4K. It's in black and white. It's in glorious black and white. This is a masterpiece directed by John Frankenheimer from 1964. It's backwards because I recently watched the film. The Train. Terrific transfer for a terrific film. Here's a copy of Footprints. This was in a box set that Severin released a few months ago. It's still sealed, as you can see. If you want to pause that to read the features, go right ahead. This features 2 cuts. It's got a US cut and an Italian cut. Seek it out and unravel its mystery. Psychedelically haunting, an existentialist adventure that combines the narrative mystery of Solaris with the vivid visions of Argento. So this is said to be a giallo, but I've been reading online that it really isn't, so I don't know what to say. Florinda Bolkan is in this. She was also in Lucio Fulci's Don't Torture a Duckling. For a second, though, I thought this was some damage, but it's actually part of the artwork. Here is the 4K of Ghoulies from MVD. MVD likes to come up with these retro style logos. This is meant to represent the old HBO Thorn Emmy logo, VHS logo that appeared in that was prevalent in the early 80s, mid 80s, and I like that. And they're calling these their Laser Vision collection. I guess another nod to yesteryear. Yeah, that's pretty cool. This, I don't know what this is. This is nothing here. And this is the back. As you can see, it's loaded with extras. It's got a new 2023 4K restoration of the original camera negative. It looks good. Looks good for what it is. And that's the sleeve art. I don't know if there's reversible on this. There's not. But it does come with a cool poster. And I like this. I like how this looks. It looks very retro. I love it. Looks great. Laser Vision. Yeah, that's it. Looks good. Good work, MVD. And this is the Blu-ray edition. Very nice. It's meant to be like a VHS tape in the back there. Very nice work here, MVD. Good work for Ghoulies. And I also love the cover for the sequel. Looks really nice. None of this are stickers. These are actually on the artwork, which, you know, some people don't like this, but I love it. I love the aesthetic. Back looks just like an old VHS tape in terms of the graphics and whatnot. And that's the case art. Ghoulies Due. Poster art. Clear case with some artwork in the back. I have not seen these films yet, but I plan to at some point. It's October's almost, so perfect time of year to catch up on some of this stuff. Here is Cross of Iron. This is an epic little set. Epic big set from the folks at Imprint out of Australia. This is the 4K, the new 4K scan that was done by Studio Canal. And this is the Imprint hardbox edition. I think I have this backwards. Yes, I do. It's supposed to be like that. There you go. There you go. Right? Magnificent. Just magnificent. Forged in the fires of hell and tempered in the blood of battle. So that pops right off like a lid. And there are two cases of films. I don't know how many discs. This is the Grindhouse version. Oh, that's cool. And special features, as you can see. Yes, a Grindhouse version. I'm curious about that. I don't know when I'll get to watch this, but I just finished watching The Train, like I mentioned last weekend, and I was on a war film kick after watching The Train, and I decided not to watch it, and I watched something else instead. But I may watch this today or tomorrow, depends on my mood. But yeah, this is making its 4K debut. The 4K is, of course, region free. The Blu-ray is not. As far as I can tell, it's not. But I don't see it indicated if it's region free or not. But it's okay because I am region free. All right, so that's Cross of Iron with a lot of extras. Lots of extras. Men on the front lines of hell. And nice sturdy box. Sturdy box. Not dirty. Sturdy. Imprint copied this design from Vinegar Syndrome. Because they were the ones who first came out with this top lid design, which is cool. Right? So that's Cross of Iron from Imprint Films. I did order the Steelbook edition from Orbit, but there was some kind of issue that they canceled my order. I guess something with the label not making enough, something like that. Anyway, here is No Time to Die with a magnificent 3D lenticular slipcover. That's the back, also a lenticular. It's kind of hard to say lenticular, you know, if I get tongue twisted sometimes. Lenticular. So this is from Blue Fans from China. I purchased this from a group buy. A group buy is when some people get together on certain internet forums, and you know, someone from overseas makes a purchase of a certain amount for the people who joined the group buy, and it's a bit exclusive, but these are hard to find, and the group buys are sometimes the only way to get these. And if you don't pounce on these right away, you will not get one. Luckily, I hang around the forums quite a bit, so I'm always aware of what's coming up, and I usually just order them right away. This is a Steelbook. It's framed or debossed. As you can see, it's still sealed, but it's very, very handsome steel. That's the back. And this came with a booklet. This being a Chinese release, I don't know if it's in Chinese or... Okay, there is some English, which is good, and apparently it features more photos than essays, which, you know, to be honest, I prefer a booklet with a lot of photos and maybe some, you know, some writing on it. I don't have a lot of time for essays, to be honest. So I can easily flip through this and look at the photos and the artwork and go, hey, that's cool. And read the short little, right, bullet points there. Yeah, so apparently Blue Fans made this all in English. Thank you, Blue Fans. Yeah, this is a great Bond film, one of my favorites. And the booklet is also a bit on the flexible side. I've seen booklets that are so hard and stiff that I'm almost afraid to actually open them because they're so stiff I fear they might come loose or something. But yeah, this is nice and flexible, and you can just flip through it if you want to, easily, without much of an effort. Yeah, so this is the Steelbook version of No Time to Die from China, from China's label, Blue Fans. I have a lot of Blue Fans titles in my collection. Let me slip that back in there. No Time to Die. The Wicker Man, 50th anniversary. Studio Canal. Box is smaller than I imagined it. I've been looking at pictures online ever since this was announced, and the pictures have made it look like it was this huge monstrosity, but it really isn't. It's you know, it's normal sized. Here is a side-by-side comparison, and it actually is normal sized for a box set, right? And this opens up like this to reveal that. All right, this is supposed to stay down, but look at that. That's cool. All right. And inside you'll find a flyer. There's a poster. Another poster of the 50th anniversary artwork. A booklet. Not very thick, but still nice. Some writings, essays. This one does have essays and things, but it seems to be also a lot of photos. And here are some art cards meant to look like postcards. And last but not least, there is the case art. Let me try and get that without damaging it. So what you get are 4 discs. It opens like that. It's a digipack. Actually, there are 5 discs because it includes the soundtrack. And there are 2 4Ks, 2 region-locked Blu-rays, and the soundtrack. So yeah, pretty cool release for an awesome cult classic from the UK. It's what they're calling an important British cult classic. That's the back. This is not a J card. This is actually printed. This stuff is printed on the box itself, which is what I prefer, to be honest. I mean, I prefer clean lines, and I'm a bit of a minimalist, so I wouldn't have minded if this was blank or just has some info. But this works. This is fine. So yeah, that's the Wicker Man 50th anniversary. I don't know if these are still available. I think Orbit DVD may still have some copies available, but I can't guarantee that. Put all that stuff back. And yeah, when you close, those who own this, when you close this, you have to make sure that this flap goes inside and doesn't just stick out. Otherwise, it will stick out, and it's sticking out now. And because it's sticking out, it won't close properly. So what I'll do is I'll just leave it out. I'll leave it out. It looks weird, but I guess it's the only way that will close. And of course, there's the Psycho collection. This comes off. It's made to look like a shower curtain thing. That comes off like that. And this is not a sticker. So I'm not too crazy about this, so I don't know if I'll ever, if I'll keep this. If I do keep it, I may not leave it on the box because I do prefer how the box looks. Yeah, I do prefer how it looks. Psycho 1 through 4. 4 is a TV movie, and each film gets its own case. And there's a thick booklet. I'm not gonna take this out because there are plenty of unboxing videos of this already on YouTube. So yeah, I'm not gonna take it out. So yeah, this slip, I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with it. I may keep it. I mean, I don't want to throw it out like garbage, but I may decide to just leave it off the box. Partly because of that logo. I don't like logos sticking out like that. This sticks out like a sore thumb. I got a couple more titles to show you. They got the pack. The pack is a Nature Gone Amok or Animals Gone Wild film from the 70s, 1977 to be exact. Joe Don Baker is in it. From the producer and director of Enter the Dragon. Is that right? Interesting. So yeah, The Pack. This was another Warner Archive DVD upgrade from Shout Factory. And also from Shout is My Bloody Valentine on 4K. And there you have that gray banner slipcover. I love that they put the original art on the slips. I love that. But that means there's no alternate artwork, which it's fine by me. I mean, you know, I'm not crazy about Shout's commissioned art. You know, some of it is okay. Some of it is just goofy, you know, too cartoony for my tastes. And this is a 3-disc set. The uncut version on 4K, as you can see, with some very nice artwork there. Artwork that's meant to replicate one of the uncut scenes. Or actually, not this scene wasn't. This scene still appears in the theatrical cut, but it's from one of the controversial uncut cuts that were made to the film. That's the Blu-ray version, also uncut, and the theatrical on Blu-ray there. So 3 discs. There is no alternate artwork. Nope. Lots of special features. If you want to pause. All right, so there you have it. This is my haul. There's a lot of stuff in there. What do I have incoming? I've got Night of the Demons 1, 2, and 3 coming my way. Those are coming on Monday. I'll do a video for that, and I'll do a video for my copy of the Toxic Avenger 4K collection and my Vinegar Syndrome August haul. Okay, guys, once again, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around with me, and hopefully you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment below. You know, even if it's a criticism, I'll take any kind of comment you guys can make. I appreciate any feedback whatsoever. So again, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.